Good morning students. Today we will start with EVS Standard 3. As you all know, we have finished with the first lesson. So now today we will start with the second lesson. I hope you have completed your notebook of lesson 1, all the question answers and also your workbook. Now we will start with the second lesson. So many kinds of animals. Page number 7. Everyone also, you also have to take out your books and a pencil, and there are some words in this lesson of which I will tell you the meaning, so you have to write it down. Okay? So let us start now. Okay. In this lesson, we will see about how many kinds of animals are present in our environment, how many we see, how many we just have seen on TV screen or in a mobile phone, etc. Okay? So in this lesson, we will just see about the kinds of animals, how many kinds of animals around us. So first, in this picture, there are some animals given, correct? We can all see them. What we have to do is, we have to tell their names. Okay? Names. Elephant, parrot, snake, deer and a sparrow. Next. See children, I will tell you one thing, that the questions which are here, 1, 2 and 3, the 3 blue dots. Okay. So these, and I will skip this now, but I will tell you the homework afterwards. Just you have to do it in your scrapbook. First of all, we will just finish off with your lessons, and in the end I will tell you what you have to do in your scrapbook. Okay. Now we will start from here. Where will you find us? This is the main starting of a lesson. See, here also there are pictures given. One is of an eagle, a cow and a fish. You cannot see them. So what is given about them? That the eagle flies high in the sky. This we all know, that eagle flies very high in the sky. A cow walks on the ground. It cannot fly, it cannot swim, it walks on the ground. And a fish, it swims in the water. This is all basic information that we all know, that an eagle flies high in the sky. It also flies very high. It does not fly on the level of the other birds. It flies above them, very high in the sky. And a cow walks on the ground, and a fish, it swims in the water. This is only on the first page. We will go to the next one, page number 8. Now, we are of different colors. Here also, on this first paragraph, there are pictures given of animals and birds. See, the first one is the egret. You can see that egret in that book. The egret is white in color. The crow is black in color. Crow we have not seen. It is black in color. The buffalo is also black in color. But the peacock, you can see the peacock. It has many different colors. Peacock has many different colors. It does not has one particular color. You can see that in the picture also. Okay. Next paragraph. We may be big, we may be small. In this paragraph, we will see about the big animals and the small animals. The horse and the bullock are large in size. You all have seen the horse and the bullock. They both are large in size. The goat and the dog are of the medium size. See, the horse and the bullock might be of this range. Correct? They are large in size. The goat and the dog are of medium size. And the mouse and the squirrel are too small. See, these are the 3 stages of animals that are due to the height. The horse and the bullock here, the goat and the dog here, and the mouse and the squirrel, they are very tiny. The earthworm and the cockroach are the smaller still. The earthworm that you can see in the picture there, the earthworm and the cockroach, they are very smaller. They are also small than the mouse and the squirrel. Gnats and ants are very tiny indeed. There are very small animals. We find that in this paragraph, that cockroach is the smaller one. But there are more smaller animals than the cockroach, that is the ants and the gnats. We have seen ant, it is very tiny. We cannot hold it also. So it is, the ant is the tiniest. The next we will see that we move in different ways. It is here. We'll skip this one and we'll start reading from here. We move in different ways. Animals, each and every animal have different ways of walking and moving from one place to another. A squirrel is a small animal. Everyone, we have seen the squirrel. The picture is also given there. Here. This is a squirrel. A squirrel is a small animal. It is nimble. It climbs up a tree quickly and swiftly run along its branch. We have seen a squirrel. Whenever we see a squirrel, it runs very fast. Correct? We have seen it, that it runs very fast along the tree and it hides itself. Nibble means it takes very small bites. The next animal is the elephant. The elephant's body is bulky. Bulky, what is the meaning of bulky? You have to write that bulky means very large. I repeat again, the meaning of bulky is very large. Its legs are heavy. The elephant cannot run at any great speed. In these 2 to 3 lines we have seen about the elephant, that the elephant's body is very bulky. Bulky means very large, and it cannot run on a very high speed. Elephant cannot run on very high speed because its body is very heavy. Its body is heavy, its legs are very heavy. The next is the deer. The deer has thin legs. We have all seen, and we can also see in the picture the deer below the elephant. The picture of the deer is given. The deer has very thin legs. It runs very fast. Due to its thin legs and very less weight, it can run very fast. The next picture is given you of a frog. A frog, hind's legs are long, so it can easily hop, jump and leap. So you can see the legs of the frog. They are not same. No other animal has such legs. So these legs, they are folded legs, help it to jump very high from one place to another. It helps him to take a long jump. Now we'll go to page number 9. Again we'll skip this first paragraph. Can you tell? We'll take this. I'll tell you about this after this lesson finishes. We'll start from here. You find us useful. In this paragraph we'll see which animals are useful to us. People love to keep animals. As we all know, each and every person has a choice of different animal. Everyone loves a different animal and it keeps it in the house, it takes care of him. The dog guards our house. Many people keep dog. Dog is very faithful and it also guards a house. Guards a house means it protects our house. People like to keep cats also. Many people also like cats to keep. Meanwhile, cows, buffaloes and goats give us milk. We all know that we get the milk from cows, buffaloes and goat. Some people keep hens. This also we all know that we have seen in our villages many people keep hen. What do we keep the hen for? We keep the hen for its meat, for its milk and for its eggs. Correct? We keep hen for its meat, its milk and the eggs. Bullocks help with farm work. We all have seen what do farmers use mostly in their fields. They use bullock to plow the field and all the further things. To hitch a cart. Hitch a cart means to move a cart. You have seen bullock. We keep 2 bullock and behind there is a cart attached where people say they can transport their things from one place to another. So that is what hitch to a cart means, attached to a cart. Bullocks are used to attach to a cart. They can draw heavy burdens too. Heavy burdens means too much of load. Burden means too much of load. Bullock carts, if they are attached to a cart, they can and on that if we load too much of any material whichever we want, if we load it very heavy, the bullock can pull it and can take it from one place to another. Horses and donkey too are used to carry burdens. Besides bullocks, horses and donkeys, they are also used to carry burdens on their backs. We look after the animals we keep. Whatever animal which animals we keep in a house? Obviously, we take after them. We look after them and we take care of them whenever they are ill. We also feed them. Okay. These animals become very dear to us. Whichever animal we keep in a house or for our work, they become very dear to us. They become as a family member for us. Next, we'll see. We are the gate crasher. This one, we are the gate crasher. Gate crasher means what? Gate crasher means anyone who comes without any invitation. Anyone who comes without an invitation, like as you have kept a party in your house and you have not invited a particular friend. Then too, if he comes, then he is called as a gate crasher because he has come without an invitation. Some animals enter our houses even though we don't want them. Some animals, they are uninvited. Then too, they come into a house. Which are there? We will see now. Mice and rats. Mice and rats, we have all seen that your mothers are like fed up of these animals because they are gate crashers. We don't invite them to come into a house, and too they are in our houses. What do? They destroy the stored grains. The grains which we stored, they destroy them. Besides gnawing other things in the house. Gnawing means what? This is also destroying. Gnawing means destroying. They not only destroy the grains, but they destroy many other things in our house. Sometimes we also find bed bugs in our house. Bed bugs which are present on the bed, they suck our blood. This we all know that they suck our blood. Spiders make cobwebs in the house. Spiders, they are also not invited. They are also gate crashers, and they make nets. We have all seen in a house. Mosquitoes, flies, gnats, and cockroaches are a nuisance. What is nuisance? Nuisance means very irritating. We are not happy when we see these animals. We feel very irritating. We are very irritated when we find these kinds of animals in our house. Which are these? They are mosquitoes, flies, gnats, and cockroaches. Even so, these troublesome animals too have an important place in the nature. Though we don't like these animals or we call them as gate crashers, then too, these animals also play an important role in the nature. Now, we'll go to the next page, page number 10. We have seen that animals around us can be grouped in different ways. We formed these groups using everyday observation. All the animals that are present around us, man has classified them in different ways on the different observations he has made. However, when the scientists classify animals, they look at more important characteristics of the animals. When scientists classify animals, they look into the more characteristics of each animals, and on that basis they are classified. Now we will see which are that classifications. First one is we suckle your young. We suckle your youngs. Suckle means what? Suckle means the babies which are dependent totally on their mother for food. The babies which are dependent totally on the food of their mother, they are called as suckle ones. The young ones of the animals like the cow, dog, goat and rat grow up on their mother's milk. Like we all know that the cow, dog and the goat and rat, all these babies are dependent on their mothers for milk, which help them to grow. These animals have 4 legs. They have hair on their body and they have external ears. External ears means which we can see. The second classification is we fly. This is the classification where animals can fly. Which are they? They are called as birds. Birds have only 2 legs. They also have 2 wings with which, with the help of the wings, they can fly. Their body is covered with feathers. There are differences in the flying ability of different birds. Different birds have different flying abilities. The eagle can soar high into the sky and stay in the air for the long time. The eagle, it flies very high. It can fly very high in the sky and also it can remain there for a very long time. But the cock does not fly high and comes down soon. The other animal is a cock, which the cock also has wings, but what? It can fly only on a certain level and it comes down soon. The third classification is we live in water. There are many different kinds of fish. We have all seen. There are many kinds of fish, many shapes, many colors, many sizes. They live in water. Fish have fins. See the fin. The picture of the fin is given here. Fish have fins. They use their fins to move in water. With the help of this fin, they can move in water, and they also have scales on their body. Okay. Now we have finished with page number 10. Now we'll start with page number 11. This is the next characteristics of animals. We creep and crawl. Creep and crawl. Creep means to move slowly, to move very slowly that no one can notice you. That is the meaning of creep. To move slowly so that no one can notice you. And crawl. Crawl means to move forward on your hands and your knees. And how do these, in this part also, how the animals are classified, we'll see in this paragraph. Chameleons, house lizards and snakes are the animals that crawl. We have seen chameleon, house lizard and snakes. What do? They crawl. How do they crawl? They crawl on their tiny legs. Chameleons and house lizards have 4 legs, but these legs are very short. We have all seen them, their legs are very short. But the snakes do not have any legs at all. Then too it is crawling. Next is we are called as insects. There are many pictures of insects given here. We'll see about them now. Butterflies have wings, but we don't call them birds. Now we have seen in the before paragraph that birds have wings which help them to fly, but butterflies, they also have wings, but they are not called as birds. They are called as insects. They are smaller than the birds. Besides, they have 6 legs. Butterflies have 6 legs, and also they can fly, but they are not called as birds. They are called as insects. Animals which have 6 legs are called insects. So why do we call them as insects? Because they have 6 legs, and birds, they have only 2 legs. So they are called as birds, and insects have 6 legs. So butterflies are insects. Mosquitoes, houseflies and cockroaches are insects too. These also are called as insects. Which are these? Mosquitoes, houseflies and cockroaches. They are insects too. We will also read the next paragraph, that is, do you know? Bats have wings. See, the picture is given on page number 11 below in the box. Bats have wings, but they don't have feathers on their body. Young ones of the bats feed on their mother's milk. Bats are not birds like crow, sparrow, parrot and cock. They are included in the group of cow, tiger, deer and mouse. Bats, they also have wings, but what do they don't have? They don't have feathers on it, and they are also not counted as birds. We finish with the page 11, we will go to page number 12. On page number 12 you can see. Now we will start with page number 12. Students, on page number 12 you can see that there is a box like structure given here, and here there are 3 groups given. So what you have to do is, see on this first line, I am reading the first line. In which of the following groups would you put the owl, the monitor lizard, that is ghorpat, and the cat? These 3 animals, you have to put them in this group. So where will you put the cat? You will put the cat, first one will put the owl. Owl can fly, so we will put it in the group which is written in the bracket. We fly. We will put the owl here. The next one is the monitor lizard. The monitor lizard, we will put it in the third group, that is in the group of we crawl, because the monitor lizard, it crawls. And the last one is the cat. We will put it in the first group, that is we suckle our young, because the babies of the cat are totally dependent on the mother cat for their growth and their food. Okay. This was all about a few animals that we are familiar with. This was all about the animals which we have seen or we know them. But there are many more animals in the world. There are also many animals which we have not yet seen or which we don't know even their names. There is a lot of difference in the colors, shapes and size of each animals. They are different in the ways they move and the places they live in. All the animals are different by the places which they live in. Everyone has a different place to live in, and also they move. Everyone move in a different place. These differences that we see among animals give rise to a lot of variety in the animals. Due to this, there is a lot of variety in animals. The number of animals that live in the sea is also very large. Even in the sea, we can see there is a large number of animals we can see in the sea. There is also great variety among them also. It is very interesting to learn about some animals. Do try to find out more about them when you are older. As you grow, you will find out many more animals. Some you will see in the television or while you travel, etc. So now children, we have finished with the lesson. Now we will go to this important point which you have seen in the lesson in this paragraph, what we have learned. I will just read it out to you. Different animals are found in air, on ground and in water. We can see here there is a variety of animals in the air, also on the ground and also in the water. They are different. Each and every animal is different by their color, by the shape, by the size, and also by how they walk or from how they move from one place to another. We find some animal useful, and which we find useful, we keep that animals. Some animals are nuisance for us. Nuisance, I have told you the meaning. It means very irritating. We don't invite them. Scientists classify animals according to certain important characteristics. Scientists classify these animals on the basis of different characteristics present in all the animals. Now we have finished with the lesson, and on this lesson based you have two homeworks, that is the question and answers, which is given on page number 13 and also on page number 14. The question answers given on both the pages. It will be provided to you at the end of this video. You have to complete your notebook as well as your workbook, and you have to also learn and read the lesson again. And the second homework is in your scrapbook. For that you will have to turn your pages on page number 7. See on page number 7 which is written in yellow. Can you tell? Can you tell? Here are some questions given to you, that is animals that fly in sky, animals that live in water, animals that are black, animals that have many colors, very large animals and very tiny animals. These questions you have to write it in your scrapbook and you have to answer the questions. Animals means you don't have to write only one animal, you have to write more than one. Okay? This is the first set of questions written in your scrapbook. The second is on page number 8. See, on page number 8, here there are only two questions. This also you have to write along with that question set, which is that which animal runs very fast and which animals move very slow. These also questions you have to write it in your scrapbook. And also on page number 9, see in the top, here you can see, can you tell? This is like, why do we keep cows? Name some of the other animals that are useful to us. Why do we not like if there are mice or bedbugs in our house? Okay, these all questions are very simple, they have very small answers. So if you don't know any of the question answers, you can take help of your parents, or even you can see that in your lessons also. Okay, so you have understood, you have to complete your scrapbook, your notebook and also your workbook, and you have to learn and read the lesson again.